Yep. I don't know. I always wanted to help people. Yep. So I suppose a PI, like what I'm doing, that's what the dream. Actually, when I was younger, I always wanted to be a 100, 400 meter sprinter. Yep. But that wasn't really realistic because of the asthma.
When I was a kid, when I grew up, I always wanted to be a Volkswagen Golf. Like I used to just, the sport version, I used to go around on the road and I'd go with all the kids, I'm a Volkswagen Golf, I'm a Volkswagen Golf. And they used to all go, give us a lift, Desi. And then like I'd go, hop in, I'm a Volkswagen Golf. And they'd like jump on me back and I'd run around the estate going, vroom, vroom, I'm a Volkswagen Golf. And that's, like for years, I wanted to be a Volkswagen Golf. Years. A blue one. Wanted to be a blue Volkswagen Golf.
His name was Gummy. We had him for about 12 years. Fucking brilliant pet, so he was. Young Chinese fella my dad found down the back of an alleyway. Fucking used to play with him every summer, man. Used to get ice cream well, he didn't get a fucking ice cream, he didn't deserve it. But he used to watch me eating ice cream. I used to take him for walks. Well, he didn't need a lead, you see, so we didn't have to pay any fines. And if he took a shit, he'd clean it himself. He was the best friend I had for that summer. I might be wrong, but I think the vet ran him over. Bit fucking ironic if you ask me. But, would I have another one? You're fucking right, I would.
Oh, we had a hamster that was called Gary Glitter. Yep. Don't know why. But it was grand for a while. And then all of a sudden, he just started going mad for younger cousins. Don't know why. So we had to keep it in a cage. And so it was there until it got lodged somewhere. Going to suffocate. But after that, later on, we had a tortoise called Voldemort. He ran away. Yeah.
My first celebrity crush. Oh wow. Jesus. Was actually Kim Possible. Yeah. I don't know what it was about her. Just watching her on the Disney Channel when I was younger, and like it was about 22, 23, and I just thought she was absolutely brilliant. I just couldn't get over how like a girl like her ever existed, because like I mean she was an ordinary like school kid, like teenager. So was I, and like she basically she was a spy, and I was like, wow. Didn't think that they existed, like all these like pretend people and all, and she was a spy. Gas was, but then she had that little weirdo mate. I never liked him. He seemed like a little cock blocker. So and he had a little pet, like it was like a hairless weasel. Basically, it was like a hairless Mickey with legs. That was he was a weirdo. But yeah, Kim Possible.
Probably the middle sister out of Hanson. She was unreal. She had a great voice as well, but the other sisters, they weren't great. One of them looked a little bit like a man, the eldest one, and the youngest one had an awful gum-to-tooth ratio. It looked a bit like Cara Diles. But the middle sister, holy moly, she was unreal. She's the first girl I ever fell in love with, the middle sister from Hanson. Yeah.
That's a bit of a personal question now. My earliest memories aren't happy ones, you see. As a young man, I was left to fend for myself. My father was an air hostess. My mother was a whore. Literally, she got money for hoovering. I have one memory, and she took me to a job, and it was in a fella's fucking kitchen, I think, and he had no toys or anything I could play with, so he literally told me to play with the fucking Hoover, and, well, like, being the fucking man I was, I wanted to see how it would suckle. So my earliest memory is me getting me willy trapped in a Hoover and screaming for my mammy, but she was too busy screaming the house down herself. So I was stuck in that Hoover for about 40 minutes. My balls never came back to the right position.
I have this one particular one, and it was this one time I was staying in Cavan, and I was with my uncle, and he always had this thing about carrying like a plastic bag, and in the bag, like, he never actually showed me until I was old enough one day, and he said, I'd let you look in the bag, and I was like, oh yeah, deadly, and it was like a home saver's bag, but like, he opened it one day and there was a belt in it, so I was like, what you carry the belt for? And he went, that's in case if you ever get out of line. And I went, alright, yeah, I'll never get out of line. And he was like, good lad. And that was in Cavan. But then, like, a few years later, he passed away, and he left me this lamp. He did. It's like something out, like, I don't know. He said, like, if I was to ever like have any trouble or anything like that, but like, he wasn't the most nicest of uncles now. But he ever said, if I ever had trouble, like, I just need to give it a good shake, and like, he'd be close by. And I've never actually done it before. Uh-huh.
10 years. Yep. Well, maybe if they have enough scientific advances, like, they'd be able to fix this leg. Or, yep, maybe if they make enough scientific advances, they can, like, turn me into the next $6 million man. Yep. Or Cyborg from DC. Or, like, Garth Brooks. Wait, or if that's not feasible, maybe, yep, maybe grow PIG, Private Investigations, Greenwood, yep, maybe take that global. If there's any investors out there that want to invest in PIG, just contact me on 087.
Well, I hope to be on tour with Boyzone on their 2022 tour. Ronan, Keith, Shane, the other fella, the dead one, they're all going to be there. So I hope to support them. Avec me banjo, up on stage in the O3. That's where I see myself in 10 years' time.
Out of all the questions you've, like, all these questions now, this one has to be the hardest, without a shadow of a doubt. Like, you're gonna, like, favourite field. Right, well, there's this thing I found out a while ago in some chipper, and it's like chicken and chips and all that, and it's raw. It's one of the best meals ever. Has me salivating at the mouth. It's gorgeous, it is. But then there's this particular food actually that I'm quite fond of. It's in a triangle shape, and like, you get like loads of it all at once, and like, it's meant, like, you can get cheese on it. Yeah, they do so many different kind of flavours and stuff, and you put other stuff on it and all. But like, the main thing is, like, it's a triangle, and when you put loads of them together, you get like a circle, and like, the circle that you get comes in a square box. So, I mean, I don't know what it's called now, but it's a triangle that you get in a circle, and it comes in a box.
Well, a few of you may be shocked to learn that Ronan Fitzgerald is strictly vegan. Yeah. You see, I don't condone the slaughter of little animals for human happiness. How fucking dare you all think you're worth more than a little bunny or a fucking tarantula or something? You pricks. I'd say, as a vegan, my favourite food is fucking just grass. Just fucking grass. Lads, look, it's free, it's fucking nutritious, it's anywhere you go. A bit of cat piss on it, sure, that's fucking dressing, that's free dressing. No, definitely stick to the diet. Veganism. Sure, look at the body on me. Look, get a close up on that. Fucking A1. And the 3-in-1. The 3-in-1s are fucking class, lads. Macari's. Fucking hell, I'd love one of them. Yeah, I'm going to get one of them now. Fuck off.